and welcome to this first edition of the Hollowhead podcast for the new 2025 year. And still 2024, but we're going to get those free agent predictions in. We're going to get some division rankings in, and we have a special guest today coming back, returning for the first time since was April of last year, April or May of last year. We got Dusty Papalot. And yeah, without further ado, welcome him back.
Yes, sir. We out
Yes, sir. We out here.
here.
So what are your plans? What are your plans this year? What are we gonna do this year? What is our goal?
um, Goal is to we gotta reach at least 1,000 followers, and we gotta get
Hmm.
this stream, this podcast, keep us consistent and get it up and going.
Yes,
Have
sir. Yes,
something
sir.
new for us to start off.
We got baseball, we got football, we got basketball. We're gonna do all three. Hi, Grace. Welcome. And we just gotta prepare. We just gotta prepare. So the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna be going through every free agent, or not every free agent. We got about 12 of them or 11 of them here. We're gonna go through them real
Mhm.
quick. We're gonna decide where they will go. We're gonna make our best guesses. You guys come back to this and see that we were right because we obviously know what's best for baseball, and we're baseball analytics and analysis and yeah, I'm not gonna even try.
That's Yeah, that was rough. I don't know what that was, but hey.
Hey, we tried it. So as you see the tier list here, we got all 30 teams here. We're gonna put the players on the top of the screen, and we're gonna see where we think each player is gonna go. So first off, to start this off, we got Christian Walker, first baseman of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Where do you think Christian Walker ends up this year, Justice?
All right. So I need you to hear me out on this, all right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna try to be as least biased as possible,
Yep, yep, yep.
but I think he's gonna sign with the New York Yankees. Yankees
The
are
New
obviously in
York
need of a first
Yankees?
baseman. Yep, the Yankees are obviously in need of first baseman. Just let go of Anthony Rizzo. Um, they need that power hitter. They're missing the number four hitter in the playoffs. That power hitter just come through for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Yankees obviously right now are focused on Juan Soto, but I think once they get that solved, I think they're gonna go sign Christian Walker. I mean, it was already reported that they're interested in him. I think I don't think they're gonna. I think they're gonna rather Christian Walker or Pete Alonso, especially if they sign Soto. I
Mm-hmm.
think they're gonna sign Christian Walker right after Soto.
You think they're gonna have the money to do that?
I think so because Christian Walker, realistically, he's a good hitter, but he's only gonna need like a 2 year deal. He's 33 or 34 years old,
Yep, he is getting old.
so yeah, I can see like a 2 year deal, 25 million right there.
But won't he just be the
Christian
next
Walker.
Anthony Rizzo? Won't he just literally be the next Anthony Rizzo? What if he's just like what Anthony Rizzo did? He did good 1 year. Everyone loved him. They re-signed him, and then look what happened. Look at him now. Everyone hates him.
If
I
he
mean, after that World
if
Series
he
blunder, everyone hates him.
Yeah, that was he just I don't know, like Rizzo, that was just rough. Like he started off hot in the ALDS and kind of ALCS, but he just looked a hot mess after that, and I don't know what happened to him, but hopefully
Mm.
Christian Walker comes in, provides that number four hitter that the Yankees need, and keeps it up. I think I don't think he's gonna need any more than a 2 year deal. Three
Yeah, he
max,
probably
if
won't.
anything.
So it's not.
Yeah,
It's a low risk deal, but
yeah, low risk deal rental.
and hopefully someone comes up in the future, someone like Spencer Jones,
Yeah,
and moves someone to first base.
Spencer Jones, Ben Rice, one of them, hopefully.
Hmm. And who I think Christian Walker is going to sign with is none other than the Seattle Mariners. The Seattle Mariners need it. They need they need a first baseman. Who they have right now? Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore at first base.
Yet Dylan Moore.
Yes. I just don't think they
That's
could contend like that, honestly. And considering they didn't make the playoffs last year, they're going to have to make a big splash considering they signed J-Rod for 12 years, 15 years, something like that. Just crazy.
yeah, they gave him a big deal.
Gave him a big deal for nothing, essentially, because he didn't do anything. He's been okay, but he hasn't been the J-Rod that they signed. So they need someone
It
to back him up.
it's honestly shocking how he did not live up to standards last year. Him and Corbin Carroll, especially Corbin Carroll, he looked lost out there. I don't know what happened with them too.
Corbin Carroll I picked for the top five last year. I picked him top five in the NL, and he did
Yeah,
terrible. He was terrible. It was
yeah.
not worth the
Nobody saw
hype.
that coming. I thought he was gonna be great.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
happened to Corbin Carroll. But here's who we got. We got Seattle and we got New York. So we'll see if any of these two teams hit. I believe one of these two teams will hit because both of them need a first baseman desperately.
yeah.
And I don't think he's
I
going to go back to the Diamondbacks. So,
I think whichever team he doesn't go to out of one of those, I think the other team will sign someone like a Paul Goldschmidt or someone like that.
like an old man. Sign those old men.
Yeah.
And moving on to our next free agent. Coming in, we got Tanner Scott, Marlins, Padres, Orioles guy, great reliever. A lot of teams could use a Tanner Scott in their bullpen. So I think personally, Tanner Scott will end up with the Philadelphia Phillies, and that's really what they need. They need bullpen help. Their bullpen is suspect. They're fielding suspect, but they got the power to back it up. So it's not like they aren't
Yeah.
doing good enough to take that extra step, but they do need some bullpen help. And I think Tanner Scott's probably the perfect fit for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I honestly agree with that. I was actually gonna say Phillies as well. They, like you said, they need that bullpen on. They have a couple good ones, but it isn't when it comes playoff time. It's just they looked all right out there in playoff time. The bullpen. I think Tanner Scout have him as back end, have him shut stuff down. I think that'll be a good pickup for them.
I think that's a solid pickup for any team that
Yeah,
gets him, but I think the Phillies really
yeah,
need to pursue
yeah. Have
to
him as a closer, left-hander too.
mm-hmm. And he throws gas 97, 98. Tanner Scott's that
Yeah,
guy.
he's nasty.
So yeah, we both picked the Phillies here. I mean, that's pretty conclusive here. So he's officially signing with the Phillies according to Alfie Alfie Leaks, Alfie Leaks, and Dusty Leaks. We got Tanner Scott going to the Phillies.
Yep.
Next up on the list, Blake Snell, former
Mm.
Cy Young winner, did solid last year with the Giants. He declined his qualifying offer. So where do you think he's going now?
Honestly, I'm gonna say Blake Snow goes to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
The
Dodgers
Dodgers?
are. Yep, I think Dodgers are looking for another arm because
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think Walker Buehler is gonna end up leaving. Um, I think they could use a lefty too with Kershaw getting old. I don't think everyone thinks they're gonna sign Sasaki, but I don't think they're gonna end up with Sasaki, to be honest. Um, and I think they pivot toward Blake Snell. Obviously, good left-hander. Struggled at the beginning of the year, but once he got settled in, because he missed spring training, once he got settled in, he looked a lot better. Doing no hitter too. So I think he ends up signing with the Dodgers.
But you got to think Shohei's gonna be back pitching next year. They got Yamamoto.
So they got Yamamoto, Shohei. Gonsolin's coming back, I believe, right? He's not a free agent,
Gonsolin.
right?
I don't think he's a free agent.
Gonsolin.
Uh,
Um,
Bobby Miller,
what's his
if
name?
he performs,
Vlad now. Um,
they have a lot of people. So I personally don't think they'll get someone like Blake Snell, because especially with the money, because they did spend like $1 billion last year.
yeah. Honestly, actually, I'm gonna switch my pick to the Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox. They need
Red
someone like
Sox.
Blake Snell on their team.
Yep, they obviously that's their weakness right there, is starting pitching, and I saw that they were interested in him already, so I think they
Hmm.
could end up signing him. They need a top pitcher. I mean, their pitching is not the best at all, so I think they go sign him, especially knowing the Yankees need pitching. I think they try to steal him, and they end up signing some like maybe like a 3 4 year deal.
Hmm. It's
That's
not
what I
bad.
think.
Not bad for Blake Snell.
Yeah.
I think Blake Snell, out of all 30 teams, he's going right back to the San Francisco Giants. I don't think
Mm,
any team is going to outbid them. I think he just declined the qualifying offers so he can make more money. So I think San Francisco Giants get him. I think the San Francisco Giants pursue other free agents. They have the money to do that. And if they could get a decent free agent class this year, I think they're going to be top contenders. Not like Dodgers, because the Dodgers are literally the cheesers of baseball, putting all their money aside for like 10 years in the future. But I do think the San Francisco Giants have a decent shot, at least making it to the NLCS if they get a good free agent class this year.
I like that pick.
So we got the Giants and the Red Sox for Blake Snell. We're going to go back to these during spring training, and we're going to see how many we got right, how many got wrong, and maybe some people won't even sign by then because you know how Scott Boras clients are. They usually don't like to sign.
Facts.
The next player we have on the agenda is Corbin Burns, another starting pitcher, Orioles starting pitcher, someone that a lot of teams could use.
Mm,
This is a tough one.
it's really tough. Um,
I think Corbin
honestly,
Burns,
let's hear it.
I think he goes to the San Diego Padres.
Padres. That's a good pick. That's a
And
really good pick.
only because they really need pitching. They have Yu
Yeah,
Darvish. He's getting old.
yeah, you got
They
him
don't
there.
have much
Like,
else.
yeah, I like that pick a lot.
They're losing Tanner Scott as well. I don't think he's going to go back. And I just feel like
Yeah,
they need Corbin Burns on their team, especially because they've been spending so much money. They spent money on Tatis, Machado. They need
everyone.
that
That's
pitching.
the reason they traded Soto. Couldn't afford him.
They're pulling a Los Angeles Angels right now, putting 2 stars on the team and not doing anything with it.
Yeah,
It's just sad to
they,
see,
yeah, they're wasting those guys' prime.
especially Tatis. He's still a top player, even though he had those steroid issues. He's still a top
Yeah,
player. And Cronenworth,
honestly, Cronenworth. They have what's his name too?
Arise,
Jackson Murrow.
Arise as well, Hit King.
Yeah,
Have a lot of players that they could do stuff with, but they just need the pitching to solidify that team.
yeah, because they're pitching. I mean, they have Michael King.
Yeah,
Musgrove, he didn't have that great of a year, right? Joe
he did
Musgrove.
not. He did so
Yeah,
great year before, and now he just like fell off the face of the earth. But hopefully, it's just a 1 year thing. He could bounce
yeah, because
back.
he looked really good the year before. I don't know what happened to him.
Did a nasty, was this a sweeping curve?
Yeah, I think it was I think it was sweeping curve
Which was
or
nasty.
slider.
That would drop crazy.
Yeah, that
They,
was he was just nasty before. Like, yeah. There's so many people this year, this past MLB season, that just fell off, and I have no idea why. It was just random.
Yeah, it was a bad year for pitchers. Maybe the balls are juiced again. That might
Possibly,
be
to
the
be
issue.
honest. Yeah, literally.
So who do you think
Um,
Corbin Burns heads to?
I think Corbin Burns is gonna sign with the Atlanta Braves.
The Atlanta
Um,
Braves. That's a
you know,
solid pick.
they're most likely gonna lose Max Fried, Max Pride,
Max Fried,
however you say
Fried
his
boy.
last name. Yeah. Um, and I even if they did keep him, they need another pitcher. What's his name?
Strider.
Who's their eighth? Strider. They have him, but I think they need another one just to solidify the bullpen. And I feel like if they get Burns, they get Acuna back next year. Maybe get another bat or two. They could be another World Series contender.
They're always World Series contenders. They just need everyone to stay healthy
Exactly.
because they almost made the playoffs, or they did make the playoffs. Did they make the wild card this year?
I don't think they made. Uh, I don't think so. I think it was the Mets. Yeah, it was the Mets.
Oh yeah, the Mets knocked them out.
But they had to
They're
play like an
fighting.
extra game or something.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
really close
oh,
division in wild card race.
yeah, that was. The Philly or the Mets almost sold that. Almost sold toward the end.
Definitely. But the Mets, like they always do that. But they still made the NLCS. So solid performance by them to get there.
But yeah, they were on a little run in the playoffs. Kind of surprised me.
It's the
Didn't
grimace
think they'd beating
Mets.
the Dodgers though. Yeah, literally.
Grimace Mets are going crazy, and Jose Iglesias singing, "Oh my God, oh my God."
No, literally.
That's literally all he did. That pumped up the team though. That pumped up the team. So you gotta respect Jose Iglesias for putting his heart out there, singing his song. He was unemployed
Bro, he was
for a
doing
while.
anything. He
The
was
song's
willing to do
catchy.
anything.
The song's catchy.
Low key it was.
So we got Corbin Burns going to Atlanta for Dusty, and we got San Diego for me.
Those are two great picks right there, I think.
I believe so as well. Coming up next is Teoscar Hernandez,
Hey, Oscar.
the guy who literally he destroyed the Yankees, I believe. What's good, Hayden? He destroyed the Yankees. Freeman destroyed the Yankees. The Yankees just sucked in the World Series, not gonna lie. But where
You
I
know,
think Teoscar's going, he's going right back to the Dodgers. I don't think they're gonna let him leave after that performance. There's no way they let him leave after that performance.
that's exactly what I think. I think he's also heading back to Dodgers. The- He was just so good for them. And a great bat. If they let him leave, they would actually have a hole at their number 4 spot. Obviously, they got Mookie, Shohei, and Freeman. But Teoscar just he came like pitchers feared him. He won the home run derby too. Like he just
Hmm
came up and
He was someone that
he just
surprised too. Like you see Shohei, you
yeah.
see Mookie, you see Freeman.
And then
There's Teoscar Hernandez. You really think he's gonna be performing?
yeah, literally.
And he
And you
just
just
did.
put like once he started performing, you just put him in the middle of that lineup, and that lineup got a whole lot scarier than everyone thought it could. It was scary.
It was a scary lineup. I don't think that they will let him go after that, personally.
Yeah, I don't see him leaving there to be honest. I think he's gonna stay right in LA.
All right, perfect. Got a concurrence here. If he does resign, like that's easy picks right there. Easy picks.
Yeah,
We got Anthony Santander up next. Orioles legend,
air.
44 home runs last year. That man cooked. That man absolutely cooked. So where do you think
Yeah,
Anthony Santander ends up next year?
Anthony Santander is going to sign
with the New York Mets.
The New
The
York
Mets are gonna,
Mets.
yep, and you'll see why later. Why? Because I think Mets are gonna have to pivot from somebody. I don't think they're gonna get Soto, so
Mm,
I think they'll pivot to who really is one of the best bats in the league, Santander, and they'll give him a big deal and have him play a corner outfield DH, and he'll be great middle of the lineup bat for them.
okay, I can see where you're coming from. And
Yep.
what I'm gonna say is I'm gonna go the opposite approach and say Anthony Santander signs with the New
Okay.
York Yankees.
No,
I don't think the I think they could sign him, but they're not gonna give him the most money. They could sign Soto, but they're not gonna give him the most money. So
but
I
Soto
think
did say if the Yankees gave him anything close to the highest money he got, biggest contract he got, he would take the Yankees.
but the Mets just said they'd offer $40 million more than any other team.
The
They're
Steve
literally gonna be
Cohen,
like, they're gonna let
Steve
that shit
Cohen.
rain on Juan
Nah,
Soto.
Steve. I can't wait. I can't wait for the day Soto signs with the Yankees and see all the little Mets fans in shambles and see them crying about rated. What's up? What's overrated? Nah, they're gonna be mad. And then they're gonna sign Santander and be like, oh, better than Juan Soto. Yeah, like I mean, guaranteed. There's no
Mhm.
way Soto leaves the Yankees. Mets offered him
Uh,
660 mil. If Yankees offer him 60 mil, I guarantee you he's staying in New York. Well, he's staying with the Yankees.
I don't think so. I don't think he's staying with New York. I just don't see it happening.
You
I
don't
just
see it
don't see
happen.
it. Especially after the World Series. I just don't see it happening. Like it just doesn't make I wouldn't stay with the Yankees after
Well,
that performance. I would have been pissed off. I'd be like, fuck the Yankees. Fuck Brian Cashman. Fuck Aaron Boone. I'm out of here. That would be my
I
mindset going into
mean,
free agency.
yeah, but Juan Soto's also there's no way he isn't thinking about the fact that he just had the best year of his career in in the
Because of the short
Bronx.
porch. Because of the short porch. I could hit in the short
Exact,
porch.
exactly. Think about it. He stays there. That short porch. That should attract him. I know he loves that. Whereas he goes to Mets, I'm pretty sure it's one of the bigger stadiums in baseball. And then you're not gonna be hitting right in front of Judge. Like it's a different lineup than the Yankees lineup too. So I think Soto ends up staying with the Yankees.
We're not there yet though. We got Anthony Santander to the
Anthony
Mets
Santander,
and to the Yankees. Both conflicting arguments here. But we will see
literally
in a few months what happens. I believe next up on the list is Roki Sasaki,
Roki Sasaki.
Japan legend. And
Hmm.
honestly, hate to do it, Los Angeles. They already got Shohei. They got Yamamoto. They're just gonna make a fucking trio over there of all the Japanese players, and they're gonna literally cook everybody next year and win another World Series. It's that
I
simple.
like that pick. Pretty safe pick right there.
Thanks for the rose, Hayden. Love it.
Um, Sasaki, I'm going to say signs with the Houston Astros.
The Astros, out of all
The
teams,
Astros.
why Houston?
I I mean, Verlander's a free agent. He's most likely not going back.
Hmm.
Astros need pitching. I could see them going out and obviously the Yankees and the Dodgers are going to be in a Sasaki, but I don't think they're going to give him the money. With the
Hmm.
Dodgers having spent all this money the past 2 years, Yankees got to pay Soda. I think the Astros are going to come in and go all in on Sasaki.
But the
And
Dodgers, all their money is put into like 20 fucking 50, bro. Like there's
yeah, but I just think I don't think Sasaki's going to want to play second fiddle to Otani Yamamoto either. And And I
I think that's
saw
a perfect situation for him because then he won't get all the media press. Shohei's gonna get all the media press. Yamamoto's gonna get the media press, and then Sasaki, he could just build his way. Like he doesn't have to be performing perfectly to start his career in the MLB. He just kind of has to do decent, work his way up. Playoffs come, he shuts everyone down. He just needs to learn what the MLB is like. He needs to learn the players. He needs to learn how to get everyone out. And I think that's a perfect fit for him in LA.
I agree, but I just think I think the Astros are gonna offer him the most money, and I think coming over from Japan, that's what he's gonna want. Is he's gonna want to get paid big bucks, one of those top arms, and he would be the number one in the rotation for the Astros too. He would start a game one of the World Series or whatever it is. But I just think Astros are gonna offer him more money and a little better everything,
That's fair. That's
more
fair.
years. Yeah,
I think one of those two teams sign him at that point. We haven't really had any
yeah,
big players going to like random teams, which is weird.
yeah. Low key.
Everyone's been like the top 10 teams. And Hayden, thank you for another 15 roses. An MVP caliber player right there. We got Sasaki going to Houston for Dusty, and then he's going to LA for me. We'll see. I think February, that's when he could start signing.
Yeah, I think so.
He's doing the international. He's going through international, I believe. And next up on the list, the number 10 guy here. We're we're gonna get to Juan Soto in a bit. Don't worry. He's our finale here. We got Peter Alonso. Alonso. First
Yeah,
baseman of the
well,
New York Mets. Where do you think Pete Alonso ends up by the end of free
okay.
agency?
I want you to really hear me out right here, right?
Hmm.
Pete Alonso is gonna sign with the Philadelphia Phillies, in division rival.
What about Bryce playing first base?
Bryce moves back to the outfield. Um, there was a report that they might be trying to trade Alec Bohm, so Bryce
Hmm.
moves to the outfield, or even DH. Who's their DH right now? It was
Schwarby.
Torby.
My MVP
Ooh,
caliber, Schwarby.
I don't know how they'll figure that out actually, but they'll figure that out. I
You
trade
think Pete
Bohm.
Alonso to the New York or Philadelphia Phillies?
I think P. Alonso goes to the Philadelphia Phillies. I think he signs a 6 to 8 year deal there.
Hmm.
Give him about 400 mil maybe.
Stays close to home.
Yeah, stays close to home too. And I just think that's where he's gonna sign. The Phillies. Mets
You
fans
know,
would literally hate him if he did that.
what's going to even be worse is when Pete
Not
Alonso
literally.
signs with the Atlanta Braves.
Ooh.
They could use a first baseman. They don't have an elite first baseman right now. They
That's
have
actually a really good pick.
they have Austin Riley at third. You pick up a first baseman in Pete Alonso who could smash home runs. Then you have Austin Riley. You have Michael Harris. You got Ronald Acuna Jr. You have studs all over the field. Ozzy Albies. You have studs all over the field. They have the money too. They signed Ozzy Albies like when he was like 12 years old. They signed him when he was in like pre-K to a
The
massive
Braves would be
contract.
disgusting if they did that.
And the Mets fans would be pissed off. And they will be pissed off this offseason because no one wants to sign with the Mets. Honestly. Who wants to sign with the
So
Mets?
basically, we're projecting for Mets fans to be pissed off either way.
Yeah, pretty
Mets
much.
fans might have a terrible offseason, realistically.
They'll sign like a couple guys, but I think that people know like they always fold.
Yeah, they always sell.
They did better
It's
with the
bad.
mid team this year than they did with Scherzer, DeGrom,
Yeah, they.
Verlander. They had literally a big three and they fumbled.
Yeah, they just look terrible.
So I think the Mets fans are going to be very pissed off after the end of this offseason. Rightfully so, but
Yeah.
maybe one day you guys will be happy. Maybe one day. So we got Pete Alonso going to the Braves for me, and we got the Phillies for Dusty. And coming up next, Gleyber Torres.
That's my
There's no way the Yankees re-sign him, especially if they go after Juan Soto.
no. Cashman
There's no
pretty
way.
much said he's not re-signing him.
Where do you think? Where do you think he ends up then?
Gleyber Torres is gonna sign with Mariners.
The
You know
Seattle
they
Mariners.
he goes to Seattle, and
So you're
I
saying
think
he's
he's gonna
Robinson Cano?
he's Robinson Cano all over again.
Robinson Cano. I think that's
Except when he leaves this time, Yankees fans are still gonna cheer for him. He's not gonna get booed like Cano did, because Cano got like, oh my god,
Snow got killed anytime he
yeah,
returned.
yeah, literally,
So I think
yeah,
I think that's a solid pick. I think that's a solid pick. Move Jorge
yeah.
Polanco
They need a
somewhere.
second baseman.
Or is Jorge Polanco a free agent as well?
Um, I I don't think so. But Jorge Polanco could also slide over to like
That's true. Glaber
short,
can
like a
too. Glaber
third.
could play short, but he just hasn't been good at short. He needs to learn the position
Yeah,
again. And I think that's a
yeah.
perfect fit for my pick. The Miami Marlins. Gleyber Torres going to the Miami Marlins. He's coming to my team. We're gonna pay him. We're gonna pay him the most that we've paid anyone since Giancarlo Stanton. And since he's still young, he's gonna be a very good player for a team for a long time. He's gonna hit his prime with us. He's gonna be on a small market team. He doesn't have to worry about the press. Doesn't have to worry about the Yankees fans going crazy for no reason, bugging out, booing him. I just think Glaber is a perfect fit for the Miami Marlins, especially since we were trying to trade for him for the past like couple years. We tried to trade, I believe it was Tanner Scott from. We tried to trade. Who else was it?
Um,
Jazz. We
was
tried
it
to trade
AJ
for
Puck?
him. AJ Puck too.
Who?
Yeah, Jazz. We tried to trade for him.
Oh yeah.
I just think that Gleyber Torres, he's destined to be a Marlin. There's just the stars are aligning. I think the Miami Marlins sign Gleyber Torres to a 8-year deal with 20 mil a year. I think that's the projection for me over here.
That that's a bold little pick right there.
It is a bold little pick considering we're rebuilding, but I believe it happens. So Miami Marlins get Gleyber or Seattle Mariners get Gleyber. And if that doesn't happen, any of these teams could get Gleyber, honestly. Might end up on the fucking Pittsburgh Pirates. And I believe we're down to our final two players. And you already know who's coming up soon. But first, we got to go with all-star third baseman from the Houston Astros, Alex Bregman.
Mm.
And Alex Bregman, this is tough. So I'm looking at the teams, I'm seeing who may need him. And
Alex Bregman's gonna sign with the Guardians.
the Guardians? That's,
Actually, nah.
what about J-Ram?
I mean, Alex Bregman said he was willing to slide over to second base, but they have Andres Jimenez over there, right?
Yep, they have a defensive guru at second base. So it
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm gonna say
ooh,
mine
this is
first. Alex Bregman going to the Boston Red Sox. Devers cannot field to save his life. So Devers moves to DH.
I
Bregman
like
plays
that
third
pick.
base. They have a righty lefty. They have good hitters back to back. Devers and Bregman. They have the money to do it, obviously, because they don't sign anybody big. And they need to make a push because Red Sox fans aren't taking them seriously anymore. They
Yeah,
have Duran in the outfield, Gold Glover, hitting 300, not letting people tell him to hit with the tennis racket. Really doesn't like that. But I believe the Red Sox do go out, spend the money, and sign Bregman.
I like that pick. Um, I'm honestly gonna say Alex Bregman signs with the Diamondbacks.
Arizona Diamondbacks. They lose Christian Walker. They pick up
Alex Bregman.
Alex Bregman.
I
Okay.
think he would be a good fit for them. Or he would be with Marte. Um, who else is it that they have? Eugenio,
Pino can move to like
Corbin.
first base, I assume.
Yeah, I think he would be a good fit for that team. Bring like a solid, like number two hitter on the team,
Hmm.
and then hit right behind Marte. I think he'll do good hitting right behind Marte, bringing some RBIs, and I think it'll be a good little pickup for the lineup.
It's a solid pick right there. Solid pick. I mean, I could see that happening if they spend the money. It's just if they spend the money. If these teams spend the money, they could get him. And
Yeah.
especially with our next guy coming up, who is pretty much taking like 4 or 5 teams out of the race for any big guys. But we do have Alex Bregman going to the Red Sox or the Diamondbacks. So keep a lookout for that. Keep a lookout for breaking news from Jeff Passan, because he's the one who's you're gonna want to see their leaks. But finally, this is our final guy of the day before we move on to
My goat.
teams and their rankings. We're going here to talk about AL MVP candidate, on base percentage god, Juan Soto. Playoff goat. Just a lot of things you could call him here. And I think a lot of people have different opinions on this. I already know where Justice is going to go on this.
Yep.
But just go ahead and explain yourself.
Okay. So I got Juan Soto staying in New York because. All right. So let me put this in perspective for you, right?
Hmm.
Brian Cashman and Steinbrenner. 2 years ago, your team just went from 82 and 80. You didn't make the playoffs. You bring
Yep.
in Juan Soto for a year, and you went to the World Series. Juan Soto was that number two hitter that they needed that hit right in front of Judge. That also led to Judge winning another MVP, having the most RBIs of his career in one season. He hit over 300. So not only is Juan Soto a good bat for the lineup, but he also makes Judge and everyone behind him better. Giancarlo Stanton looked really good even during the regular season. Obviously in playoffs too, but even during the regular season. And he also left-handed bat. He's only 26 years old,
That's
and I
that's
just
like a big
don't.
plus.
Yeah, I just don't think if I'm the GM, you can't let Juan Soto leave your team. You went from not making the playoffs to going to the World Series in 1 year. You gotta bring him back, bring another bat or two as well, and maybe like a pitcher or two.
Well, the
And
Yankees
I
did
think,
pick Brett Gardner over Bryce Harper, so I don't trust the Yankees GM making decisions here.
yeah, that's the only thing. I don't fully trust Catherine, but you have to have a little common sense, right? Like you have to have a little common sense to bring back Soto, right? There's no way
Just
that like
just a little
you
bit.
don't like just a little. All you
Just a
need is
little
a tad. Like just give him whatever he wants. Like it doesn't matter. Like just give him whatever he wants. If the Mets want to offer 40 mil more, all right, then offer 60 mil more. I don't care.
bit. Hmm.
And then eventually they're not gonna offer $1 billion. So if you gotta go that far,
They
go
might.
that far. Eventually they're gonna stop, right? They're not gonna go 40 over eventually, right? So keep going
Uh,
until they tap out.
I don't know. They did offer more on Shohei than anybody else. And just Shohei just didn't want to sign there.
Exactly. Soto should know from Shohei. He look what Shohei did. He went to LA. They went to the World Series. He was in New York for 1 year. They went to the World Series. So if I'm Soto, obviously I want to go back to New York,
Hmm.
to the Bronx, not Queens, the Bronx.
And yeah, like I feel you. I wouldn't want to go to Queens either. And I know the Mets are gonna offer more. I know the Mets are are just pleading with everybody that they're gonna sign Soto. They're like, we got this man. We got this man in the bag. We got more money than everyone else. We're gonna dish out more money than everyone else. But I think this team just comes in, steals him, creates the best hitting team in baseball, and this
Are
team
you gonna say? I know what
is
you're
the
gonna say.
Philadelphia Phillies. They're gonna sign Juan Soto. They're gonna have Bryce Harper. They're gonna have Schwarber. They're gonna have hitting gods on their team. They're gonna literally, they're gonna hit more home runs. They're gonna hit so many home runs. We're not gonna know what to do with it. They're gonna break records. They're gonna be an elite team. He's gonna go to Philly. He's gonna stay close to New York, and they will meet New York in the World Series because if they sign Juan Soto, they're making the World Series. They're beating the Dodgers because their hitting is just that good, and
That's
that's what I
a.
think.
I thought you were gonna say the Dodgers.
He's not going to the Dodgers, but he's going to the
That's an
Philadelphia Phillies.
interesting pick. The Phillies. That's a very interesting pick,
hmm
but it's not a bad pick.
I just feel Juan Soto, the Phillies, they're pursuing him already.
Are they really? I didn't even see that.
Yeah, they enter the sweepstakes. So I think the Phillies, they do what they did with Bryce Harper, and they swoop in, steal Bryce Harper because the Yankees didn't even make an offer for him. But I feel like once the Phillies come in, they secure Bryce Harper, Schwarber, Juan Soto, Alec Boehm out there. Their team's just elite. Their team's just elite hitting. And who's going to want to face that lineup? I know for damn sure Garrett Cole's going to be in shambles. I know for damn sure Carlos Rodon's going to be in shambles. Clay Holmes, he ain't going to be on the Yankees, but he's going to be in shambles. Their whole bullpen's going to be. Nestor Cortez, he's going to get fucking roped.
Nestor Cortez is gonna get. Let's bring in Nestor in the ninth inning. The game on the line to face Juan Soto. Foul gone. First pitch.
Ball's going 500 feet if Juan Soto hits that.
Literally.
But we could see here. Dusty thinks he's going back to New York. It's possible. I'm not going to say that's not possible, but for a pick that I think best would be in his best interest, the Philadelphia Phillies. That team would be nasty. That team would be dirty with him. So that's who I'm
That's
picking Juan Soto
disgusting.
to go to. So those are our picks so far. We're gonna see in a few months what hits, what doesn't hit. We're gonna do a little tally up. We might do updates midway through as soon as we get them. And we're gonna see how these teams are doing in the post or in the off season. But next up here, we're gonna be talking about
I mean, that's yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. I think we could put him in the number one draft pick contender. Yeah, I think they're gonna be just rough, rough. I think they're gonna trade McMahon, so I think they're gonna be even worse than last year. They're gonna be the White Sox for 2025. That's how you feel. I'm I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 500. Yeah, I'll say 500 ball as well. Yeah, yeah, I'll say 500 ball. What? There's no way the Giants signed Christian Walker. Playoff team? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Shoulder parlays in the future bets. I'm gonna say 500 ball. Yeah, 500 ball. I think they're gonna. I think J Rod will have a better year. I think they're gonna sign Glaber, like I said. Um, their pitching is obviously disgusting. Their pitching is disgusting. Um, they have Eugenio Suarez too. He could obviously hit. I if they sign Glaber, which I think they will, but I think it's gonna depend on what they build around J Rod this year. But I think they're just gonna miss the playoffs. You have like the AL East is stacked. I think they're gonna have at least two, two play or three playoff teams in there. Red Sox. Yeah, I think Red Sox. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think Mariners 500 ball. Lock it in. Put 500 on the 500 ball for the Mariners. Yeah, you're now you're number one traffic contender. Yeah, and you traded Jazz too. What? You guys got some nice prospects at the deadline, so yeah. You hear me? I accidentally closed that by accident. Yeah. Them and the Chiefs are just always World Series contenders. Yeah, that was rough. Yeah, that's all their fault. Can't believe they would do that. Literally, just to watch them lose the World Series. Not even lose. They watched the Dodgers celebrate the World Series on their home turf. That's yeah. That's hell. No. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. The Orioles. Nah, they all look alike and everything. The Orioles are a clear playoff team. Uh, Pierce said look good too. He'll take Santander's spot. I think the Red Sox are gonna make the playoffs. I think so. I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna make some moves this offseason and make the playoffs as a wild card team, but I don't think they'll make it past the ALDS. Or man, no, yeah, no. I say no, but yeah, uh, I think they'll make the playoffs, but they won't go nowhere far. Yeah, appendix. Man, I agree with that, but honestly, I don't think they'll even be 500. To be honest, I think they'll be. Yeah, I think they're gonna be horrible. They made a trade at the deadline, a few trades at the deadline, traded what's his name? Isaac Paredes. Um I think they're gonna do some more rebuilding too. They're gonna tear it down a little more. I think they'll get rid of like a Yandy Diaz, Pete Fairbanks. They traded Rosarena too. I think they're gonna be horrible. I like it. I'm gonna say 500 ball. 500 ball for the Twins. I think Buck Daddy is on a new team next year, to be honest. I think they're gonna trade him. I saw they were looking to get rid of some of their big contracts, and I saw a thing that said the Yankees are looking to trade. I'm not saying he's going to Yankees, but it just shows that they're going to trade him. That they're looking to trade him. But I saw a thing that said that the Yankees have shown interest in him, and that Dominguez could be traded if a deal goes down. I don't think he'll be traded to the Yankees, but I think that just says that they're trying to trade him. So I think he's going to be traded. Yeah, I don't like that trade. Playoff team. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah, literally. I forgot Aaron Nola existed. Las Vegas. Yeah. Yeah, this team's all. It's just it's self-explanatory. They're just yeah. Free Brent Rooker. Read that man. Yeah. The Reds, I got as a 500 ball team. You think so? Jonathan India. Um, they have a few other bat. What's that? Spencer Steer. Um, yeah, Fairchild. Um, they have a few other. No, it's funny. Yeah, I see that. I see that. The Diamondbacks will be. I'm gonna say the Diamondbacks are a horrible team. Yeah, I think they're gonna look awful. We'll have Cattell. Actually, actually, yeah, actually, I think they'll be 500. I think they'll be 500. I don't see them making. Yeah, literally. They, yeah, especially like the Padres, um, Twins, Mariners. Yeah, yeah. I think they're gonna tear it down. Yeah, Goldschmidt's probably leaving. Yeah, I think Goldschmidt's gonna leave, and I think they're gonna trade Arenado. Literally, and all that money. Yeah, Yeah, I think it would be a horrible team. Mm, Yeah, I think. Yeah, they signed. Yeah, they signed him. Get some a few bullpen arms. I think they could make the World Series again, but you have to re-sign them though. Yeah, yeah, literally. Judge is just there in the playoffs. He's just a body. Yeah, that era was just oh my god. But Met, I'm gonna say 500 ball. Yeah, yeah, I think 500 ball. I think they're gonna lose Pete. Yeah, literally. Jose Iglesias. Yeah, he's been really good for them. Yeah, literally. Horrible. Yeah, yeah, I could be number one. I could do number one. Yeah, literally. Yeah, I don't know why they're like, and he's always hurt too. Like, what are you paying the man 30 mil for? Yeah, yeah, literally. He's like, I think they should just trade him. Playoff team. What? Okay. Maybe I can see that if they sign people up. Yeah, yeah, I think playoff team. I think they're gonna pick up some pieces too. Yeah, they just are so frustrating. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think the Blue Jays are gonna be horrible as well. Yeah, I agree. I don't see it at all. If it happens, then hey. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't see them being good at all. Yeah, I think so too. World Series contender right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most likely he's gonna be gone. Yeah, as of right now, they kept him. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Uh, Those teams are just gonna be like questionable. Like I think Detroit will be 500. I don't think they'll make playoffs again. Yeah, and Scuba was a big part of that. I don't usually from history is when someone's a Cy Young, they don't have as big of a year the next year. So, but hey, maybe he will. But we'll see. Yeah, exactly. 500 ball for the for the Tigers. Um, I'm gonna say playoff team. I'm gonna say playoff team. Um, Astros in four. I would cry if they made it, but I think they will. Yeah, literally. It's weird because Pittsburgh has some like potential, but I, I yeah, I think they're gonna be 500 ball. I think they're about 2, 3 years away, and then maybe it'll be playoff team after. But I think right now they're 500 ball. Yeah, Yeah, I think 500 ball. That's pretty much it. Just 500 ball. I think they're horrible. You, you said if they keep Blake Snell their playoff team? You think so? I mean, yeah, our friendship. Imagine. Blake Snell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They were literally just there. Yeah, I agree. I think they'll make it, but they won't make it past round one. 5 500 ball. Yeah, they have some talent. You got C.J. Abrams. What's his name? James Wood. They just brought up what's the name? Dylan. Dylan Cruz. They have some talent. Nah, Dylan Cruz on the Nationals. Yeah. Uh, nah, low key. But yeah, yeah, yeah. If the young guys put up the potential, I think it'd be like 500, 500 plus. Yeah, I agree. Cubs, I think horrible team. I don't think they're gonna resign him though. To be honest, they did. Oh, I thought they signed him for one. Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah, it could be a 500 to be honest. Um, yeah, put him at 500. You got Nico Hornier too. They have like a few young pieces. It's just they need pitching. That's what they need, pitching. The Giants. Or wait, no. One of these teams have to move. What is it? AL or AL that has to move down? I'm gonna say I think move the Red Sox down and mm, the Astros. You think? I don't know. It's tough. I think Astros. Yeah. What happened? Yeah. I like that. Padres. Padres. I think. Yeah. So basically, the playoffs is the same playoffs as last year. Oh yeah, the Mets. Who replaced them? Oh, the Braves. Orioles. Not bad. From the NL. I think Brewers. Yeah, low key. Tampa Bay Rays horrible team. I can say that. Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty much locks. Yeah, I like that. Oh, pretty solid. I feel like it's pretty safe too. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Tight shit. Literally. Peruvian. Yeah, it was pretty solid. Pretty solid first day back.